What is good? What is poppin', everybody? My name is C.
My name is Notion.
Welcome to episode 32 of Bad Habits of Podcast, the penultimate episode for 2020. How do y'all feel?
Sad.
Pretty good, mate.
Sad.
Good.
Sad.
I mean, good.
You mean good. Well, you can feel good, but you can be sad about
about the podcast,
you know. Notion in the building, Dan's in the building, boys. How you good? Y'all good? You chilling?
Good, man. Really good.
Chilling. Low key week, keeping busy.
Yeah.
Eating good.
Good. The fuck I want to see. I love it. Notion.
How are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm tired. We were just talking to you guys before about it. We got a new IKEA furniture for the bedroom because the bedroom was mashed up, but the living room's nice, and we got an IMAX.
Some
we
home
got
improvement.
all this shit. Yeah, bro. Like it took all fucking week to get this shit done. Like it was supposed to be, and it was like I got like you know how like I call it like IKEA hands. I got like a thing here. It was like a growing blister from the screwdriver. My thumb's all fucked up.
From pressing down
Just,
so much.
Yeah,
Fuck
just
that.
pause. But yeah, so at least that's done. So now the bedroom's looking much better. The iMac is great for video editing now. By the way, I didn't tell you before, the RAM, so when we got it, so we got a brand new, like the big 27-inch iMac, but just for video production, because this computer is mine that I'm on now, and it's a couple years old, and it's a beast laptop, but it's not...
She needs some help.
Yeah, we got a new camera that's like 4K, doesn't handle it well, but I just got I got 128 gig of RAM. Which is
fucking fire.
And right now, it's already killing with 8. So I'm like excited for how efficient we're going to be, and it's funny because
I got a computer stiffy. I don't know about you.
oh mate, and we just ordered the new iPhone as well. So we're just trying to upgrade. We had the same stuff. This is a 3-year-old phone. Our computers were all a few years old.
Problems, but no,
It's
I love a
super
good upgrade though, dude.
super,
Fuck.
yeah,
I
and
feel you though. I was being cheeky, but that is
you
a
are right.
sick upgrade.
You are right. It's total first world problem. It's just like this is our business, right? So like at the podcast,
Exactly.
we're trying
It's
to
more than just for fucking looking at porn and sending memes to cunts.
damn
It's
right.
Definitely
Only a little bit
purpose.
more, not that much.
Little.
More, so it's not.
I mean,
too much
it's
credit.
5% business and then the rest.
The rest is just straight Pornhub, right?
Straight.
But it's nice.
porn.
It's interesting when you go. This is like something Tiff and I was talking about. It's interesting when you go from, you know, you're like, oh, new laptop, bro, I'm getting new. Like, we have zero excitement. It's a tool for business. I do not give a fuck. I have
But
zero.
how nice is it unraveling the fresh
Yeah, it's really nice.
product though? That's I mean,
It's nice to
you know,
see it. Like we said,
Did you do an unboxing?
we didn't do any videos. No, we actually didn't even think about it. We're keeping it. I don't know why. I think I should have, eh? But it was
Looks
nice
funny.
to sort of have it all there and just have like like stuck up in the corner, so it's not on my desk.
Brand new stallion of a
Oh,
work.
mate, just pumping out content for the man.
Smashing
down,
it through.
What are you drinking there, mate?
Well, I've got a few beers in front of me. I just finished a Vienna lager from Aveling,
Nice.
and
That
I decided to change. I've gone to an IPA from Aveling, and then I have a telekinesis from Rorschach. So,
Rorschach shouts
we're gonna-
What's telekinesis?
absolutely. Yeah, that's
What is it?
Nelson Sauvin.
So it's an IPA.
Double dry hopped IPA, yes.
Nice. That shit is fire.
It's incredible, yes.
So Uncle Dan is joining me tonight. He did a nice
saw.
little order. Oh, he showed you already?
He was gloating and gave me a little carrot dangle before we started.
I like it. So I've got one from a company called Houseplant. This is their lemon sativa infused sparkling water, but it's only
Straight
2.5. Yeah, it's just lemon,
Love
you
it.
know. And it's a sativa. Based on what we were talking about the last few weeks, this is the first time I've had one that actually said the strain, man, because you were asking me and I was like, fuck, it didn't say. That was a good question. So I'm curious to try this one. And I think I might have had this on the podcast before, but Dan is having, you want to hold it up to the cam? Dan is having, I think it's called Little Victory or some shit. Let me tap on
Down
it.
a
There
bit?
you go.
Yeah, mate.
There you go.
Little Victory.
Yeah, Little Victory, and it's a 5 milligrams. So Dad's never had this before, and he's gone straight from 0 to 5 mgs. So
Man's to be zooming, fam.
yeah, but it's like it's real subtle.
Gradually zooming.
just gradually zoom in, and
Casually zooming.
we'll just you guys won't be able to see it, but I'll just watch his eyes.
That
as
could be an
the,
episode
podcast
named
goes.
Casually Zooming, no?
Oh, let me write that down. I love that.
Also, because, like, you know, zooming.
Yeah,
is a video
zooming.
Thing.
Oh, this is.
Here we
Do
are.
you know what that is, Nosh? Layers, mate.
Layers.
Layers.
Like an onion. I'm like an ogre, dude.
Let me see how this one goes real quick. The you said they were having the Vienna. Is that Foxtown? Or was it a
No,
different one?
Salieri is the name of that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice. I've had that before, right?
that's excellent.
Okay, good.
That's like cold weather afternoon crusher.
Right. Ooh, shit. Nice. Smells like lemon heavy.
Ooh.
Nice. It kind of tastes like Perrier with a squirt of lemon in there. And you can
Does
kind
it taste like weed at all?
a little, but not a shit ton.
Nice.
You
You
reckon
need
that?
to know what's up. Like
Yeah, you need to.
I hate when they get rid of the weed taste altogether. It's like, hey, what am I having here?
That's a good point. You need to be aware. Dan, what do you think of your first sip of a...
It's good. It just tastes
beverage?
like a fizzy orange drink.
Yeah.
Like I generally can't taste any weed or anything.
I feel like it's a little thinner. Like the flavor isn't as overwhelming as if you had like
Yeah.
a soft drink.
Yeah.
And you can... I think it's masked more because you got sugar and flavoring and stuff in
That
there.
makes sense.
So you don't see it as much as in like these clear ones, which you'll see if you got other ones too, right?
I got the lemon thing and I got the black cherry
All from the same company?
from the same one.
Oh yeah, these ones are fire.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good brand. So look, we're gonna keep talking about this. Sorry,
I
Nish.
love it. Speaking of orange fizzy drink,
Yeah.
you know, obviously, you know Iron Brew, see?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
You know
Yeah.
Iron Brew?
Yeah.
Obviously? Yeah, right.
Fire.
So have you seen the filter on Instagram from
No,
them?
there's an iron brew filter.
God.
So my homie
Absolutely.
Alistair, who works at Godspeed, shout out to Al, he's a mad dog. There's like a
Yeah.
filter, and you can there's a winter ad, and it's like you're flying with fucking Frosty the Snowman through the sky and shit. It's a full trip, but you can put your face on that kid who's flying through the sky
Yeah, and
while you're
that's
drinking
the
that
iron brew
iron
thing.
brew. And I was just like having reminiscence of Scotland and the UK drinking
How did it make you
Lucozade
feel?
and Iron Brew, and the filter's ridiculous. So give that a shot while you're taking the shit.
Yeah, I might have to fuck around with it later because I was going to be playing. Maybe Dan can take a look because
I'll send it to you, mate, because you can share them around. But anyway, Iron Brew filter is fun, and orange fizzy drink is the way to go.
Damn right it is. Fizzy drinks all day. You know what I'm saying? Man's is 12 out here.
Exactly.
Is there anything we want to talk about? Because we have a few topics that we're going to talk about. We have obviously the new music, and we've got What Do You Reckon? I did the questions today. I'm up this week. So we could get right into that, unless there's any other things that we want to like chinwag about. That's sort of not under the banner of the topics of music news or culture news and new shit.
Didn't have anything notable in my screenshot, so I don't think so, other than like cool
new stuff.
photos. I'm gonna
Okay.
do, but
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if
that's
there
it,
was anything because I feel like we've you know what? I got something, but I don't know if I really. It might be too controversial to talk about here, like the COVID vaccine stuff. Do we want to even touch on that? We want to just like stay the.
keep with the music.
Okay, do you know what? I gotta say it. Your eyes just fucking. Isn't like
dude, I didn't
no,
think
we're
I
not
should do
talking
that
about it.
shit.
Yeah. Anyway, I
You
did
watched
say.
the-
I guess it's all politics stuff I saw today that Trump officially lost the electoral college thing as well. So that's all done deal
Right.
for America. So
What does that
hopefully
mean?
I'm good. So basically, are you familiar with the American system, how it works?
Dude, zero.
Zero? Okay.
Pretend I'm like brand new to Earth.
Okay, so basically...
I feel like that a lot.
Okay, it's a lot. All right, I'll do the quickest version I know of it. I'm probably obviously not the best person to describe this shit, but basically, back in the day when people were voting, it was only the free people, so the enslaved folks weren't able to vote. Obviously, they're being enslaved; they're not really going to be given that opportunity. Because there was more people once kind of in slavery ended, and most people went to the north because the South wanted to keep slavery going because they were about that life. Hence, that's why a lot of the red states are Republicans that are more conservative and have those beliefs are down there.
Fuck.
What they did was, they pushed it through this thing called the Electoral College, where instead of the volume of people, because then they knew they would always lose, they had to. And this is also a little fact for you. You know how our dead presidents claim that Africans was only 3/5 of human beings. So the 3/5 of human beings is what came from this. They said that anyone who was an enslaved person, essentially of African descent, they would count for 3/5 of a vote, as in 3/5 of a human being. And the reason why they did that, there were more people who were previously enslaved in the South than they were in the North, so then they would have more people. So what they did was instead of like its volume of people, they made it each state counted for X number of votes in the system, and you have to get, I believe it's 270 to win. And that's why they always talk about Iowa and Florida and Ohio all of those big states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, were all these states where that they had to win those states to win the electoral college. So there's the popular vote, which is literally how many people voted for you. And then there was the electoral college. So Biden already won the popular vote, and then they came out today and they said that Biden won the electoral college because it took that long to count all the mail-in ballots.
Jeez, man.
It took months. Like, what is it? No,
months.
No, I'm sorry. It was November 3rd, so it's
just over a month.
5 weeks exactly. Yeah. So that was just something.
Damn. Okay.
I saw today, which is
Thanks
interesting.
for breaking it down, mate.
Yeah, no problem. I hope I did it right. I'm sure I probably missed something, and some political folks will be able to be like, "Dickhead, that's not it." But that was interesting, I thought. Something else is super interesting. Have you guys heard of Clubhouse? Yeah. You familiar? We talked to you about it?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people speak about it.
You mean you saw the
latest? Did you mention about it last week?
I saw the latest high season.
I might have actually. Do you know? So you know what you've seen people. What is it? Tell me what it is. See if it's you guys are.
I don't know what it is. I just know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
I don't know the name. I've heard the name flying around.
Okay.
I was wondering if we talked about it last week. I wasn't too sure.
Okay. Fuck. Honestly, bro, we may have actually. So basically, it's a no. What do you say?
We might have spoken.
We might have. Yeah.
I think so. Maybe
everything's a blur, bro. Like life is just a blur. I can't remember.
That's what I'm saying.
So basically, it's a new app. It's currently in beta. So you, and they've currently made it invite only. So it was started by some folks in Silicon Valley. That's essentially my friend Skunda. You know him. He described it as a podcast you can politely chime in on. So I described it. Oh, we did. Okay. Oh, well then fuck it. Cool. Well then, I guess no need to go. I'm just saying we've been listening to it more than people who don't know. Yeah, it's just like a audio Zoom call. There's different rooms with different themes.
Did you get invited? Did you jump in on shit?
Oh, I had it months ago and I didn't use it. And then our content strategist who works for High Season, she got Tiff an invite. For some reason, I don't have any, and I think it's because you have to actually use the app to get invites. So Tiff just puts it on. Right. I don't really roll like that, but Tiff just puts stuff on. It's been interesting actually. Just something we've been doing the last week, and she's been listening to more like marketing stuff. And I don't really want to. The one thing I did listen to, there was they have like a welcome room for when celebrities kind of come in. And they had that for DJ Academics, and it was just like multiple hours of everybody arguing with him. Like Meek Mill and him had some beef. 21 Savage was the moderator. Sure. He was really good. I don't like his music at all, but he seems like a cool guy. Definitely give respect for that. Even the way Meek handled it was pretty cool. It's just interesting. So people I feel like it's starting to pop, and particularly for some reason, it got into like Black Twitter. Like it got into that world.
Big time.
We're trying to figure out how, because if it started in Silicon Valley, and you think about, so it's the people making apps, and then they invite other people in Silicon Valley, so it's tech centric, and then it's almost, and then I think they extended to celebrities, and because this is what Tiff said to me actually, she said that hip hop is obviously the biggest genre, and therefore there are a lot of celebrities associated with the genre, so therefore those celebrities who were associated with hip hop would have got invited and just keep inviting people, and it just kind of like.
Yeah, the first like big people I've seen on it was there was a room with Mace, Joe Budden, and randomly this like big London like influencer, like some guy from Twitter, but it's just so random that he was in there amongst Mace and Joe Budden. It was so weird. But yeah, that's the first time I like saw people actually use it.
Okay.
I haven't been invited yet.
No, you can talk to your cuz, so you might have to invite. See, because it's like the thing about the invite as well. Like people will, like, I don't have any to give anyone anyway, but like, cause I think it shows on your profile who invited you. Because I didn't even remember. I think I just saw someone who had it,
really?
And they tweeted out a link. So I downloaded it. I was like, oh, this is interesting, cool, whatever. And then it wasn't super popular even like a few months ago when I got on. I think it was like early September or something, and for some reason, I think because I don't use it, I don't get invites and stuff. But it actually shows on the bottom tip, like showed me, you can see who invited them. So it's almost like they co-signed you. So I feel like you got to kind of be careful who you invite to it. Otherwise, it could come back and bite you in the ass a bit.
Yeah, man, it's gonna get ruined.
Yeah. So
it's like that's a chess move right there. You got to think.
Yeah, it's your rep, right? It's pretty important, particularly on a platform that's supposed to be, more for professionals or. God, sorry, man, I just had dinner. I'm burping like a bitch. Who just, like, another thing Tiff was saying was like, and I thought this was great, was that, like, it's nice to finally have an app for adults because everything seems kid-centric. TikTok is for fucking children for the most part, doing the pointing and the dancing and all that shit. Like,
I know how much you love dancing, dude.
I'd love
to see you do a TikTok. That'd be...
Dancing. Can you imagine?
Like some company to pay you to do a sick one.
Yeah.
You know, and you can beatbox on it. I'll make a beat around it. It'd be sick, dude.
High season TikTok.
I'm gonna kick you.
Love it.
Dad's trying to get us to do those ones where, like, because a lot of the social media agency people are doing, like, or just social media people online are doing, like, those ones where they're, like, dancing and pointing to the different words in the air and shit.
Oh, you can do that.
Fucking detest it. It's so corny. These grown-ass people are behaving like 12-year-olds. And
yeah,
I'm like,
Gordon Ramsay and his daughter did one, which is cool, you know, father-daughter, you know, all that sort of shit. But then he's not, like, one for that kind of...
It's like, yeah...
Shit, he's a bit of a cunt, but...
I feel like people are trying to do it to appeal to the kids at the expense of their own integrity, and I'm like,
that should be on a T-shirt.
I can't deal, bro.
Maybe on
like,
a T-shirt, maybe a Facebook status or a tweet.
Yeah, maybe I might tweet it. It's just super whack to me that, like, I don't know. I always see some of the stuff, the moves that some people make, even YouTubers or whatever, just people doing shit. I'm like, you know, you have to live with that. Yeah, you might be making money. Yeah, you might be getting a following, but, like, you have to look yourself in the mirror and people, you know, I did that shit to get this. Like, there's like, sometimes I almost wish I didn't have integrity because I'd probably be much further and because I'd be willing to
honestly,
do more
we
dumb
wouldn't
shit.
fully. I definitely see that.
I always find that such an interesting conversation. I don't want to, like, shit on all that stuff because if that's what you want to do, like,
no.
Cool, man, do it. I just find, like, I don't know. I feel like some people are doing stuff and it's inauthentic and you can tell, like, you just got to be yourself. So I do quite like that a new app that's, like, popping and buzzing is professional centric. Now, what comes with that is other bullshit artists. There's people that are, you know, particularly in the hip hop world, in the music world, actually, even if it's probably beyond just, like, rap music, but everyone fronting, like, their A&Rs or, like, that seems to be the main thing. People, like, trying to...
motherfuckers, like, yeah.
Basically, and that's it. And then, like, they'll come in there and they'll say anything. And I'm like, okay, well, what did you... Like, you because you can't really, like, prove it. It's up to the individual. Think about this, right? This is the interesting thing about Clubhouse. All the people jumping in, why are everybody just jumping in on this if they get it and they're starting a room or they're putting their hand up to talk, but they don't know much? I'm like, well, how much more difficult is it to start a YouTube channel, come up with concepts, shoot a video, do it all properly, promote it, get followers, get subscribers, get views, blah, 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 to be an expert or to do the work beforehand, then do that, or you just go up on Clubhouse, just get an invite somehow and just talk and say anything, and you don't have to prove shit. You just go up. Even on Twitter, you have to have a following. Every other network, you have to have some sort of a following to be able to like get anywhere or to prove your expertise or whatever. But Clubhouse, you can just jump up and say anything. People can, if they bother, because you can have no followers, go into a room and then put your hand up to talk, and then you can go and say shit, and then people can go and you have to link your Instagram and Twitter, so people can go check you afterwards. But that relies on the onus is on the other people to vet you, not the other way around, right? So I just find that an interesting thing, something to think about as far as, like, there's a lot of fake experts for all this type of stuff who don't actually have to do any work to be able to look like an expert, and then they're just making stuff up and misleading people. It's not so much with music because, like, how much can you really mislead someone to really hurt them? But, like, I don't know, a lot of people can just, you know, say anything and whatever. Tiff actually just commented now. She's like, just got a notification for Diddy's welcome room. There you go. So Diddy's on it now. So then they have a welcome room. There's probably be thousands of people in that. And it's kind of like, it kind of becomes a bit of a circle jerk, too. We heard some stuff. These social media people were just jacking each other off. And, like, the people that they were jacking off didn't have that many followers, weren't giving amazing advice, didn't have, you know, you go and check their social. I'm like, this is really not amazing. And that kind of turned me off a little bit, but... Interesting. Oh, there you go. Tiff said if he really uses it, he'll drop gems, meaning Diddy. See, that would be interesting to me. That's something that, like, you'd basically be, say, if we went to a podcast right now, you just check that shit on the background. And so right now, this is a podcast that you can chime in on. If you watch this live, you can chime in and we'll, you know, if it's an intelligent comment, we'll read it out. And we discuss it. But that's the kind of the cool thing, I guess, about it. Anyway, something to watch, something interesting that seems to be just getting bigger every week. So that's pretty dope. But yes, so this is the second last episode of the year. I know, right? Second last episode. So next week, I guess I hadn't told you this. I just talked to Dan about it today. Next week, we'll do a 2020 wrap-up.
Wrap up.
And we'll come up with all of the different categories. We'll pick a bunch of categories. But the best part is because we have this shared note with everything that we talked about this year.
Oh, we can just run through.
We
it.
haven't
Scrolly.
Exactly, because I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, oh man, I always find it so difficult to do the end of year stuff for music because there's so much stuff, bro. Like, and then I was talking to Dan about it today, and because I thought about it, I was like, yo, we got the fucking note with everything in there, so we can just scroll all the way back to our first episode. Which was March or April or something, I think. So we only missed the first quarter. We should probably date them, but we could go back and take a look at some of the releases that came out in the first quarter. I'm sure that'd be pretty easy to find. Then we have the rest all here that we listen to.
Yeah, the battles and shit, the verse.
Yeah, exactly. See, that'd be the best verses. That's one of the questions for sure. Maybe do you want to write that one down? That's a good one. Just make at the very top or something like a. But if anyone has any ideas, the reason I brought it up is one, just to tell you, might as well tell you on air, it makes no difference. And then if anyone has any thoughts of things that you want us to see, like maybe you want to do bless you, obviously best song, maybe of different genres, favorite discovery of 2020, favorite album. But I feel like we could do like a top 3 or top 5 for each thing.
Right.
Otherwise, it's too hard to favorite. You could if you have a clear favorite, then amazing. But if you got like a top 5, I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's gonna be fun. So next week we'll pretty much do all that. Depending on how many different categories we have, we might not even bother with new music or anything else. The only thing though, there's going to be a versus this weekend. But we'll talk about all that shortly. So we might talk about that next week. But anyway, just want to let people know that the end of year spectacular, December 21st, and I realize it's going to be the Jesus episode because it's 33. You know what I'm saying?
Put some air horns for that, maybe.
Go for the Jesus. No, I'm doing it. No, air horns. That's for the Jesus episode. Speaking of sound effects, Nosh and Dan, it is time for What Do You Reckon?
What do you reckon?
I love that sound. It's so fucking funny. The shit is ridiculous.
It fits so perfect.
Isn't it so? It's so fucking stupid. For people listening on the audio, I guess we probably have to figure out a way for it. Do you know what I feel like we need? And it'd be like a you'd have like an iPad with sound effects or something, and you plug that in as into a mixer as a third track, and we just have that align with the thing.
Charlie Sloth it.
Yeah, I think we have to figure that out for next year. I'd like to see if there's a way to do that. We'll talk about that over the holidays. So,
upgrade the tech.
Yeah, I feel like let's try and just make it fresh as for next year.
I could probably totally do it in Logic here. There's got to be, I'm sure.
Yeah, because even if you're in control of it, because I'm sort of usually looking at other stuff, maybe it's cool if you had the sound effects and you do all that stuff your side. I'm cool with that. Man. So, because it'd be cool if the... Oh, no, I would probably have to have it from here because I drive it with Ecamm. Either way. What do you reckon? All right, boys. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm a little bit scared, but yeah, I'm ready.
Now, these are all pretty chill. I thought these were just interesting. Some of these are kind of serious. Some of these are dumb. First one, starting dumb, big spoon or little spoon? And there's no right or wrong with this one because I feel like... I'll answer in a second. I'll let y'all go first.
Well, because I'm a big cunt, as in tall, I'm usually the big spoon. But, everyone that's the big spoon wants to be a little spoon.
So true. Sometimes you just want to be loved from the back. Pops.
Sometimes you want to cuddle, mate. Sometimes you want to cuddle, hey.
You want to feel...
Answer. Yeah, it's either... I mean, I'm keen for either, but, everyone likes to cuddle. You know what I mean?
That's damn fucking right. Dan's a little spoon for sure.
I agree with Nush. I'm quite tall, so I technically have to be big spoon, but then it's like...
It's kind of funny if it's not.
I would never pass up on a chance to be little spoon. I'll never pass up on a chance.
I feel like that's really what it is.
It's just, you never have it. So
so when you get it, like, ooh, yes. Yeah, finally. Like, yes, I can be loved. Let me,
obviously, if you ask a chick, then, they're used to getting... They're used to being little spoon, so they want to probably maybe... It's kind of funny if you have like a really huge dude and a tiny chick, just reverse the roles. It might be just that's a good shot for a movie. Like that should be done.
Yes, you're so right. You're so right. And I agree with you guys 100%. But the only concern I have for Little Spoon is... You see where I'm going? No, so if I do a poo smell, I don't want to fart.
That's what I'm saying.
On the chick.
Okay, what's the deal?
I think I say something. Yeah, that's the problem. So you got to make sure you're...
Ninja turn 180. bust a flap out the side. And,
yeah, I wouldn't do it to him though. I wouldn't.
then you can't trust it.
No, well, unless you're able to hang on to it or something. But like, it's always a concern.
To hold on to it, man.
I know.
Comes out double the
velocity.
The stench. Double the stank.
Double the stank. I like that.
You know.
So, all right, I'm going to put this down. Like this question was going to go on for 10 minutes.
Sometimes we talk about, we're talking about, toilet paper and shit like that before for 10 minutes. So, or even longer, like just poo tactics 101.
I feel like we've talked about a lot of poo this year.
We have, yeah. Dan always takes us down the toilet, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's always Dan's fault. You're the one who asks the standing or wiping.
Straight to the gutter with Dan.
Toilet
Fuck
time.
Dan.
We need to speak about toilet time. It's important.
Toilet time.
You know what? You're right.
And also, people don't say toilet in North America. They say washroom.
The bathroom.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
If you go to America and you say washroom, they look at you funny too because they say bathroom or restroom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you say washroom. They know what you're in like Vermont. They know what you're talking about. But if you go to like deeper south
Texas.
with less Canadians, probably Texas, and they say washroom, they're like, what? The fucking Dunning cunt. Like,
and if Dan walks in and goes, "Excuse me, can I use the toilet?" They'd be like, "What the fuck is the toilet?"
What?
That's wild.
They just look at you like
yeah, like you're just speaking Greek to them or something.
Yeah, seriously. That's why some
Greek
bloke.
is a lovely language.
Oh, it's a gorgeous language. I feel like I don't know if we ever talked about that, but with the accent, I feel like your accent's pretty strong. Mine was never strong Australian.
How many beers I had, mate?
That's true. But like living here for so long, like a decade, it gets.
Oh yeah, haven't changed it on purpose.
On purpose,
or like I haven't changed it at all. Like
right.
I haven't wanted to, or like it hasn't gradually. Because like I don't know, I feel like you actively changed yours because you were pissed off with repeating yourself when you were dealing with the public a lot in the earlier piece.
I don't know. Like I wasn't.
Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. No, that's far? Not too far at all. It's an interesting thing.
People always think you're American or Canadian and shit.
But that happened at home.
Don't sound that Aussie, but like give me a few beers and then fucking here you go, and all of a sudden the bogan comes out.
Yeah.
But like when it's just I don't know. I'm definitely haven't lost any part of it, and it's just I didn't really try to keep it or lose it or change it. This is what happened.
My theory for you.
I met lots of other Aussies and like they've
lost it
really
all.
different.
Huh. I feel like you.
Well, yeah, they sound like they're American. They've got a hard R all of a sudden.
Oh no! See, to me, that shit is whack. That means that you know those people who go to like they're living in Australia and they go to LA for 2 weeks and they come back with an accent. Like fuck off! I hate that shit. So that's like the corny shit, right? But we've been here for 10 years. I feel like I feel like I've definitely had more of a twang in it. But because of what you said, because I'm repeating myself so often, I worked in the busiest retail environment in Canada for a year and a half, and like, there's only so much you can do. If I'm like, oh yeah, how you going, mate? Like they'll never know. But I also never spoke like that. I had people in Australia think I was from over here.
Yeah,
so
we have neutral sort of city accents. We didn't have country. Oh yeah, how you going? Yeah, oh yeah, not bad accents. Like it's different.
But yours is definitely stronger than mine, and I've let it even because my excuse. To be honest, it's not a real reason. It's more of an excuse. Was that I'm not around any Aussies. I'm around my girlfriend who's Canadian, and everyone I speak to here is fucking French, or Canadian too. So why?
I'm glad you didn't get like a French English. Oh, here you go. I know, whatever, some French.
Well, I guess because I don't speak. If I actually spoke French all the time, I bet I probably would, just because of doing it all the time, which would be pretty funny. But. You also aren't exactly around Aussies either, and your accent's exactly the same.
Yeah.
So I always find that interesting.
Yeah.
After time, like you've only been 6 months, so you don't have. It's not even a conversation.
No,
it's like see you in 2 years, and we'll see what's up.
Yeah.
But like ours was something that like it's just interesting because then you see even like Tiff's parents from Jamaica, they both have Jamaica. It's dulled a bit, I would imagine, but like they've been here forever, and like they still have pretty strong Jamaican accent in there, but they, Tiff's mum moved over to Canada when she was 13, so you'd expect we were late 20s, so anyway, this is a bit of a sidebar. I just think it's always interesting. I don't even know why the fuck we spoke about it.
I'm trying to figure out how we got onto this topic. I was literally thinking that 2 seconds ago.
I was like, what the fuck are we talking about?
I have no clue.
I think this whole thing has just been tangents recently. I like it.
That's how we roll.
It's more fun. All right, next question. Since moving on, completely changing tact here. Favorite rapper over 40 years old, and favorite rapper under 20 years old. How about that?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Let me check my Apple Music replay.
So the only thing that I thought was tough about this is that I didn't know who was fire under 20. I feel like we obviously know who the rappers over 40 are. That's pretty obvious. But I think that even if it's under 20, I would say under 25 maybe. Because I feel like...
I have to Google, like, this would take ages. I have no idea.
So it's too much. Okay, so you can answer the first one. The one over 40 because you'll know.
Say again, the Skype broke up.
Oh, favorite. So you can name your favorite rapper over 40 because most of your favorites over time, like pretty much everyone you really love is over 40.
Yeah, everyone's like over 40 now, yeah.
So while Dan's looking, who would be your favorites over 40?
Favorites over 40?
Yeah, and you're gonna, I guess you have,
you'd have Jay-Z, you'd have Fonte, you'd have Royce.
Yeah.
You'd have Black Thought.
Yeah. Kanye.
Kanye, I guess. So yeah, as well.
Nas.
Yeah, Nas, Busta.
Yeah.
Q-Tip's still rapping. He's over 40.
Yeah. He's probably gonna be 50 by now.
Man, is up there.
Yeah.
Over 40. Who else?
Those were you literally listed every single person I was thinking about for me.
Okay, cool.
Every single one.
Wait.
The only under 20 or the dude who was around 20, I thought was maybe like Cordae. Because I think he's going to be like...
that's a good one. I wouldn't have thought of that. With that for a little while. That's great. Yeah, Cordae's the man.
He's going to be, 21 tops.
How old is JID? J-I-D? He's all right. He's young and dope, so I don't know.
Could you check how old JID is? And Cordae? I got a feeling... I would imagine that JID is...
Or Saba.
JID
Saba might be young too.
30.
JID is 30. That makes much more sense.
He looks so young.
He looks young, but he sounds
like,
mature.
He's like Lil Wayne. He's like a short dude, and he doesn't age.
Because you know what? He's just an energetic dude. His music's like he's rapping fast, so it doesn't feel like he's a 30-year-old. That makes me happy that he's not 22 as well.
Cordae is 23.
23. Okay, so he would. Since I changed it to under 25, yeah, he would definitely be my favorite. Under 25, because and Saba was the other one you said. Right? I reckon he's over 25 for sure.
Yeah.
He seems way too mature.
1994.
So he'd be 26.
26.
Damn.
Okay. I thought he'd be older than that because he seems super mature as well.
Definitely mature, but he looks young. I don't know.
Yeah, got a great face. Got a great young face.
Yep.
All right, Dan, did you have any off the dome for yourself?
Yeah. In terms of under 25, probably Dave.
Dave's under 25?
He's 22.
Jesus. Mm-hmm. He sounds mad mature.
Yeah, and the stuff he raps about is bare mature as well.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
I think that's
imagine doing that at 22.
I think that's probably my undoubtedly favorite under 25. I think.
Okay.
In terms of older, obviously, for me probably Kanye West over 40.
Yeah.
My favorite definitely probably Kanye West.
Nice.
But obviously
Pusha T too.
Oh yeah, Pusha T as well. Shit.
Oh yeah, we didn't mention Push.
Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my two definitely.
Okay.
100.
Sick.
Yeah, I thought this was a little tough when I did it. I was like, we don't really know how old anybody is anymore. Like, it used to be you knew everything about all your favorite artists, and then now no one knows shit. So I thought it was a bit tough. So,
yeah, because we all stopped reading the fucking album insert covers and all the other.
Well, because we don't have good albums. Because who has a cover in it?
Yeah, no one's got CDs. No one's got CDs.
CDs. Fuck with CDs.
Fucking CDs.
Pop Smoke as well.
How old was he?
He was born in 1999. So he's 21.
21. Fuck, that's so sad. He's way too young to be.
Mm-hmm. He's like a fully grown man as well. Like,
yeah, he looks way older than 21.
So old.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a 21.
He's younger than
face
me.
tats. I think as soon as you got face tats, I feel like you look mad older.
Yeah, he's younger than me. That's ridiculous.
That sucks. That's even more sad.
What's wrong with Travis's?
Travis Scott
accelerated the age.
Yeah. Well, because he got murdered too at like 21. How old's Travis Scott?
28.
28. Okay, sounds about right. He's been at it for a while though.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Dave and Pop Smoke definitely.
All right, good answers. So next one, what's your weirdest habit?
Weirdest habit?
Weirdest habit.
Shit.
Weirdest.
Yeah.
I say cunt a lot.
Even if it's like, that's true. I don't think that's weird in any shape or form. It's beautiful.
Not a habit,
it's glorious.
Really.
But like even something that you do. So I thought one example. I just give you guys an example of something I do that's kind of weird. I don't know if I call it like it's not quite real OCD, but just mild OCD with certain things. I just like to have things a certain way. I'm particular in how I like my shit. When I was a kid, I wouldn't play with toys unless I had the whole set. So, like, say if we had like Ninja Turtles, I wouldn't touch them. I'd be like, I'm not doing it. I just wouldn't. Isn't that weird? Like,
so weird.
Say if we had like Ninja Turtles, wasn't there like a big car thing? So if you didn't have the car and then the little other play set and then all the dudes and then Splinter,
I do not remember that.
Guys.
You know, I remember all sorts of fucking shit.
So like maybe I didn't make it super obvious to people because even back as a kid I knew it was weird. So that's what I mean by it's not even necessarily habit might not be the best word for it. So that's one thing. And another thing I do is say when I put my underwear in my drawer, I can't have two of the same color back to back. It has to all be like blue, black, gray, blue.
Shit. I just chuck them all in the same.
Yeah, I just dash them in.
And all the socks have to be different brands each time. Most people do, but like everything is like so. Then I don't wear the same thing twice in 2 days in a row. Wow, Tiff's like, oh my god,
same color.
The socks I don't have enough different colors. Most of my clothing period is black. But
oh my god,
I don't really like colors too much. But the socks, I would be like, whatever. Yeah, Tiff's like, you're even more particular than I knew. Yeah, she makes fun of me all the time about being particular because it's fair because I'm weird. But yeah, that's just a couple of examples. So that's what I'm trying to get at. So maybe you just got something that you do that's a little like just. You could even call it a routine. I guess it's some of those are mild routines. If I'm putting away the laundry, even my like tank top, like my wife beaters, I put them all different colors and stuff.
Mad.
Who wants to wear
the only thing I can
black underwear 2 days in a row?
Is my beer glasses.
Is your what? Beer glasses?
Sorry, the beer glasses on my shelf. I've got 3 shelves, and I kind of have like all the glasses with stems on the top, and then the middle shelf is all like IPA glasses and pints, and fucking the bottom shelf is all like sampler glasses, shot glasses, the can glasses, shape, all the sort of like single joints. But yeah, I've not like, not really. Nothing like crazy OCD. Like in my dresser, I've got like one drawer for shit, but there's no layering colors. There's no fucking. There's no folding going on really. Especially for the jocks and socks, I pair the socks up, but I don't fucking fold the jocks. Just chuck them in, eh?
Even if you guys just do something in a weird way, like, oh gosh.
Don't know if this is like that weird, but sometimes I do stuff my own way, even though I know for a fact it isn't the easiest way, or it will definitely take longer, and I have no reasoning behind it.
Okay.
So, for example, like I don't know, if I was driving to my friend's house. Some days I'd take a different route, but then they'll be like, why were you so long? I'd be like, I just took a different way and I have no clue why I took that other way. Like, in my head, I'll think, okay, it looks nice at the time, but I'll be like, why did I actually do that? And like, even when I play video games, so when I play Call of Duty, if it's like four of us playing, I'll go on my own to do something my own way, even though it could get me killed in the game, which 9 times out of 10 it does, and they'll be like, why did you go there? I'll be like, I honestly don't know. I just thought it'd be better.
Just a rogue soldier.
Yeah, I just don't know why. But that's only some things. I don't know. Apart from that, I don't know.
I don't know.
Can't think of anything else. No, it's okay. I know it's a bit of a strange one. And maybe
like you know what I mean? Like when dudes lock the door and you do it like a certain amount of times, you mean like OCD off the wall shit like that?
Well, not necessarily.
People like sneeze into a tissue and they look at it.
Sometimes it's good to know what you're dealing with. Okay, when you take a shit, do you take a look to see how much volume? I always check the volume.
I never, because I don't.
Not all the time.
I don't need to.
On the first couple, because usually it's Nugget City, so it's like, no.
I like to see where I end up. I'm like, all right, that's how much out? All right. Nice.
Like, I know people who told me that, but I'm thinking, I just know, I know how much is left, regardless. I don't need to.
You don't want to see, just see the volume? Just quickly. I'm not scared of it. I'm like, all right, there's some corn. Like, no, it's just like,
oh my goodness.
Quick in, it's out, and you're like, all right, good.
Oh, man.
No.
Okay, so I'm the fucked one here. That's what it is. All right, fine. I was just trying to think of
you seem alright.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other weird, like, okay, well, this is what I'm talking about as well. Like, when I had my CD collection at home, I had them separated into, say, hip-hop and R&B, which are just two easy, generic things to separate them into, and everything was alphabetical order, top to bottom. So say if I got something in D, I'd have to move them all down. One.
Oh, yeah, I remember you doing that shit.
And I had like 1,000 CDs, so it was not like a small, it was like a 20-minute episode just to put it in order.
And you're crouching down, you get all hot, and you're just like fucking pissed. Mum's
Yeah.
calling you dinner, like, fuck off, mum!
Basically, it's exactly how it went down. So, okay,
Exactly.
if you don't have as many things, it's just maybe it's part of, maybe it's like, because like, I don't do the locked door thing. I used to do this thing. This old friend in Australia showed me that when you drive over and you remember this, Nurse, you drive over a railway line, you have to lift your feet up.
Oh, you lift your feet up. You fucked with that for so
I did
long.
that for years. I haven't done it. I don't do it anymore, but I used to do it. It was just like a luck thing. Or you know how people like hold your breath when you drive past the cemetery or shit like that. It was just kind of one of those things.
That's funny.
Yeah, remember that shit?
Forgot about the cemetery joint.
But I didn't come up with it. Someone showed me, and I was like, "Oh, all right," and I just kept doing it. And like, it'd be funny because we'd be driving when we were like 20 and stuff, and we'd have the whole nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's a slapper.
Smashing, just about to smash it. Yeah.
Guess a look. All right.
Fluffy and slutty. Yeah, have a gaze.
No, the beer. As well. Oh, nice. Yeah, nice little juice bomb right there, mate. What is it? 6.5.
Bomb. 6 flat.
6 even. Ooh. Fucking get that in you, mate. Get that right.
Oh,
in you.
fucking I will. I want to bathe
Mighty.
in it. I want to bathe in it, and I want to snort it in my nose.
Oh, I love it. You're a fucking nutcase.
You're a slut, you are.
Sorry, mate. That's all right. No problems. All right, next one. What are you still not good at, no matter how long or hard you practice? I saw someone on Twitter tweet that like last week, and I couldn't think of anything off the top, but I thought that's an interesting question because a lot of people had some interesting answers. Just like,
I'm gonna go from my producer hat. Bass lines are something that I really had to work on, and they're still kind of not quite there. Like, they've gotten a lot better, obviously, but like they still fuck me off. I don't get them. Sometimes they come nice and easily paused, but like it's bass lines when I'm making beats still, choke my chain, or what is it? Grind my gears. Yeah. That's one thing.
Okay. Keep thinking.
Dan, I'll keep thinking if Dan or you go.
Yeah. I guess maybe not necessarily like good, but like to the level I want to be at.
That works too.
I don't know. I guess video games and football.
Okay.
Because I played both for years, and football, I've improved when I obviously get bigger and grow up and everything. Obviously more physicality, but then I would like to be at a better level where I could just go to a court and just be the best there. Essentially, right. Not like be like world class and be a professional, but just like
kill anyone in like a
like I have friends like who don't play football for a living, but we all know if they come to the court they are the best there by far. But they're not footballers; they're just people who just
fuck around.
Yeah,
just got good at it.
But we know they're sick.
And absurdly talented.
Yeah,
they don't even want to do anything with their gift.
Yeah, I hate that. Wasted. Yeah, right. Wasted potential is
spit on the street. No, that's fine. I mean, some mans don't want to do it. You can't push a can off the edge, or you can, but they just won't do it.
That's it.
And
what is it? Lead a horse to water, and
can't make a drink.
Yeah.
Did you have another?
And the video game thing, because I played it for years, I feel like I should be at a professional level because of how long and how many hours I've actually spent playing video games in my whole life. I feel like I could be professional, but I'm not good enough to be.
Right.
Or maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. That's the way I feel about bass lines. I've been making beats for fucking ages, and I could have got, I should be better at, should have put more effort into learning how to make them shits. Mixing wise, I can make a bass line slap, but like playing them from absolutely nowhere and not filtering them from a sample or re-puzzling it from a sample, like playing a raw bass line from my fingers on the keyboard. Because I play a lot of other instruments on the keyboard. Bass lines are super difficult. I just don't get how to make it move so sick. Because like a good bass line is super simple, but drives the track and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, lots of things involved.
No, that makes sense.
Can't do it, mate.
Yeah, I like that.
I spent a few weeks learning how to whistle with my two fingers, and I still couldn't do it.
Still can't do it.
So I just gave up, basically.
But
that was one thing as well.
That's true. That looks difficult though. I feel like that's some sort of like magic trick. I can't do the R rolling. And I can do the R rolling, and I feel like I self-taught myself how to do it. Really? Yeah.
By just literally trying to force my tongue to move with the air I'm producing in my mouth.
Yeah, it's like
I couldn't do it. Yeah, I couldn't do it before, but then I literally felt like I forced my tongue to do it, and then
interesting.
It just did
so you can teach yourself to do that shit. Mm-hmm. All right. Because when I was learning Spanish back in the day, it's a part of the language. Like it's just
and
it's really important to the language.
Very weird if you couldn't do the rolling R and you spoke Spanish.
Yeah.
Very weird.
That's a similar thing. Can you roll R then?
I learned to do that noise, and then I can do "Hey Chris." You do the Herbert the pervert.
See, that shit is amazing. So therefore, does that translate to rolling R's? Like, can you?
I don't think so.
No. It's
that one. I can't really. Sometimes
I
can, sometimes I can't. But if I can, occasionally.
But can you do the one in the back of your throat, like the French pronunciation?
Not well. I feel like when we were learning French, you could hear everyone just sounds so. That's French don't really do that.
Little Chewbacca. That's a little.
Really? They do. I thought you mean like that type of noise.
No, not the German thing. Like when you pronounce your R's in French, it'll be like.
Trois.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Like that's more. I wouldn't equate that to the R rolling. It seems to be like a coughing up.
That's what it seems like.
Type of noise. Like, and I feel like it's an interesting because it's part of it, but like when you're learning, I don't hear many people do it well. Like there's a way when I hear my like actual French friends speak, and then like if I try and do it, it's just not the same. It's just not. And I've never really heard like someone who isn't native being able to really do that. I'm sure there are, but I haven't really heard it. It seems super fucking tough. I think it's some shit you need to do when you're a kid. You gotta teach these motherfuckers when they're mad.
You probably do.
And then you're good to go.
I feel like sometimes I can do it and sometimes I can't.
Interesting.
It just depends.
It's hard. It's definitely difficult. Particularly because in English it's not there. Did I have one?
Oh, yeah,
there was... I thought of it before and now I fucking lost it. I'm sure there's a million things. I don't know. Fuck it. Lots of things. This one's like too nice. I wrote this down. I don't know why. I don't even like it now. But I'm like, what's a quality you value most in a partner or a friend? Shut up. I don't know. Just don't answer that one. I don't know. I don't know why I wrote that. I thought it was good at the time. I might have been doing it. Maybe it was just like a real quick last one popped into my head. I was like, fuck it. We can skip that one. That's too waxless. We're too hard.
We're too hard for that.
Yeah, we're too hard. Do you want
I
like people who skip questions. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck that shit. All right, I'm gonna play that. So that was. What do you reckon? That was good. All right, topic. So, for those who have been paying attention, on Saturday there was supposed to be Ashanti versus Keyshia Cole, but someone got fucking COVID and cancelled. Now,
how did she get
about a week ago, she hugged her cousin. That's how she got it. But a friend of ours, this is no bullshit, a friend of ours is very good friends with Ashanti, and she went to, it was fucking Barbados or Bahamas or something, like 2 weeks ago. They were all, it was like Ashanti's birthday in an island somewhere. It was Antigua, I don't know, somewhere. And all the photos, all the girls were there. There was like 10 of them all went there for her birthday. That wasn't the first trip. So a lot of these, anyone with money tends to move a little wild during all this. I'm seeing people going to, I don't want to put them on blast, but your mans, the YouTubers, they moved to Miami in the middle of this with 3 children and a grandmother to the COVID capital of North America. Like, nowhere has more cases, there's no real mask rules either. You don't have to wear a mask there. Like, so you could go in a store and they have to, and they also have stand your ground. If you tell them, if you try and do it, they can pull out a gun and kill you, which is also why they have no mask rules. And then they're not in trouble because it's stand your ground. That's why the whole things are ridiculous. So it's just so irresponsible. I feel like people with money are just kind of like, it's not going to happen. It's fine. It's whatever. And then they get it, and then it just keeps, all this shit keeps getting worse. So I thought that was just crazy irresponsible, because it's the same as everyone. You see Joe Budden and them on their podcast talk about, he just went to Miami for the weekend, hanging out with Noriega, going here. They're just going around everywhere, and then Budden got it. And they go, well, fucking no shit, bro. Like,
Joe Budden got it too?
Yeah, it was like a month ago, but he'd been traveling. He travels and goes away. They go somewhere almost every weekend. But then they act like then they're being responsible. This is what's kind of getting me about this whole shit.
Yeah.
Mad people are like talking about they're all responsible and saying that, and then they go and do these things. They go to a wedding or do something like that. And I'm like, I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of hearing about it, all this stuff. It's so ridiculous. So Ashanti basically fucked that up. and she went on live and talked about it. She said, yeah, her cousin had it, or it might have been asymptomatic, and she saw him, and then they hugged, and then she got it from that. So that was pretty whack. So I don't know. They rescheduled it for, I think they said January 9th. Don't know what day. I think that's a Saturday as well, actually. But they moved on, and this Saturday is E40 versus Too Short. So I'm not particularly interested. Too Short's funny.
Pumped for that. Definitely gonna have to tune in and see how she kicks off.
I don't think
I'd give half an hour or so.
Yeah, exactly. Just have it on in the background. I don't think.
And then skim through the highlights the next day on YouTube or something, because that's
I have a podcast at night. Yeah, so I guess I can't watch it again. But I just leave it on for the first little bit just to see. It doesn't really matter. I don't know any of their songs.
It's going to be funny, man. Like, I want to see just, E40 talk, not rap.
Yeah.
And then, the banter's going to be great. They're fucking both legends. That'd be pretty cool. Not pumped, but still going to compete.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, like, at least they've got another one coming. They're keeping them popping out. At least it's a good matchup, though. Like, I think the E42 show's a good matchup. Two Bay Area legends.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from that area, you will appreciate them so much more than we
We're going to lose their mind.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I feel like all the different verses are appealing to niches for the most part. Like, every single... Like, what was the last one? The Jeezy and Gucci Man. Like, that was totally for the Southern dudes, for Atlanta dudes and stuff. So I feel like, this is cool. It's for the Bay Area heads. It's a very specific culture out there. They have their shit and their music that's like classic out there that sort of some did, some didn't translate to other areas. So I feel like there's going to be some people who are creaming over that shit. People will be pretty happy. Are you
popping bottles?
Right? Are you familiar with these dudes?
Not too short.
You don't know Too Short?
Nah, not at all. E40, I know one song. Just one song, yeah.
That's it. That. Okay. Yeah, they made up a lot of... E40 was like the slang dude. He made up a lot of like ridiculous slang. He always rapped really fast, but I never understood what the fuck he was saying. So they got a strange accent from there.
Very good.
Yeah, it's interesting. So so at least that's coming up. But yeah, dickheads just gotta be more cautious and not get COVID. And I'm sure she like fumbled. I don't know if they get paid for it, but at the very least, the streaming numbers just go through the fucking roof for anyone who's on there. So I guess to a degree, she fumbled the bag, as the kids say,
She fucked the bag up, eh?
Fucked it right up. I'm sure she'll get it back, but like it's it would be nice to wrap up the year, pump a little extra fucking stream action through.
Couple bucks in the old fucking pocket.
Oh, Ashanti, such a silly duffer. Did you have any other news on your usual screenshots or info?
No, just check them earlier. No, we're good.
I know. Did we talk about the Chance rapper? We talked about that last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
I watched this whole, there's like a YouTube video, like a 30-minute YouTube video of some dude who obviously hates Chance, called like The Dark Side of Chance the Rapper.
Oh, God.
And he just kind of like broke it all down. He got out the, it sounds worse than it was. It was just factual, but he brought it, like, he was saying it years ago that he thought Chance was fake and stuff, and he went through all the legal documents to talk about, like, to explain all the different things that Pat, his manager, was saying and stuff. So it's funny. That's why I couldn't remember. Like, it's so hard to remember what we did in what week. Fuck, man. But I don't think there was a ton of other news, anything that really stood out. People keep reminding that Drake's album drops next month, so that's coming, which would be interesting.
What's that called?
I think it's a Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know why. I think he probably was just someone to take the rest of the year to work on it. It's like whatever. He always does pretty well. What else was funny? I saw. This is not even really news, but Dionne Warwick. You guys know her? You see that shit on Twitter? So she's like a legendary singer-songwriter. She has one of the most valuable music catalogs in the world. She's written for everyone. If I'm not mistaken, I think she might be Whitney's aunt or something. Whitney Houston's aunt or some shit like that. Damn. So she's like 80. Oh, okay. Do you remember the Gladys Knight and fucking Patti LaBelle verses? She's the one who came out at the end. Short, white hair. So she's like, and then she was like, yeah, can I go and get out of these shoes or whatever the fuck? She was funny. So she like discovered Twitter. So her niece, Brittany, put her onto Twitter. She's just been tweeting funny shit. And then, and this has been entertaining. I'm just trying to think of some fun culture stuff that's been entertaining. So I found her niece last night. Someone tweeted her. She's funny as fuck, so I followed her. She followed me back, so I feel pretty cool.
There you go.
But like I thought that was dope because she's been advising her, but she's like just an older woman tweeting this saying funny shit. She's like, hey, at Chance the Rapper, if you're a rapper, why would you put it in your name? It's pretty obvious or something like that. Like, and she was just kind of like casually roasting. She did something to The Weeknd and a few other people, and it was just like funny observations from somebody not of this generation saying shit. It's cute. Like, it's been quite entertaining.
I'll fucking check it out, mate.
Yeah,
that sounds
it's
fun.
worth following her alone just for the Twitter action. I thought that was pretty dope. I did see. They just scrolled past that there. Wayne pled guilty to the gun charges in the end, and they said that'll probably help him. They hadn't done the sentencing or anything yet, but he basically just came in and pled guilty straight away to it, and apparently that's going to help his sentencing. Yeah, because they'd be like, oh, we didn't even try and fight it. Yeah, I did it. So people were saying that because he took that picture with Trump, that he might be trying to get Trump to pardon him before he dips out and stuff too.
Oh man!
So I didn't even know if he can do that. I mean, maybe he can, but obviously it's shady.
Still can't.
So that was pretty funny. I can't think of much else, but if y'all want to get to the old music, this week was a little. I feel like it was a little dry. Not dry, but just like not massive again.
Yeah, it's not huge. It's alright.
Yeah,
this is not the worst thing. Just to
just like a handful of albums, and then
and some singles and stuff.
A heap, but there was still a fair bit to check out.
I got through most of it. I wonder if I missed anything. I feel like I might need to look for other sources as well to try and find where new stuff is. A really good account, by the way. It's called Hip Hop by the Numbers. It's Hip Hop Numbers on Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter? Yeah, that's
so
a good one.
He's an Aussie dude, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's cool.
He has a podcast with this British dude. And I've been following him since he was on a couple thousand. He's on like pushing 200K.
Yeah, since you told me to follow that shit.
Yeah, so he posted about our album actually, because he was like, "What underground albums are coming out this week?" So when we drop by Toxic City, go check that out. Available everywhere. He put that on. I didn't even notice it. I saw it like a couple weeks after. He put it on his little graphic, and he puts out a graphic every week, which I thought was super dope because that means he checked it out and probably thought it was decent enough to pop it down.
That's fucking love.
But they usually have that. They put like little graphics together with like underground stuff, probably just mean more grimy shit, and then the more mainstream type of releases. So I usually would check that out just to make sure that staying on top of it all. But so hopefully we didn't miss anything. So who wants to start with their top rappity rap songs of the week? Daniel,
man, it's not that much. We should just fucking top to bottom it. What do you think?
I'm down. Why not?
I'm down.
Let's fucking do it.
Happy.
Fuck it.
So the first one I had here was the video from Bliss N Eso featuring SonReal called "So Happy." Did you guys check that?
Yeah. I didn't really like the song. I didn't actually see the video. Half all of these I literally just listened to it, but I do need to start watching the videos. But the actual song itself wasn't my thing. I didn't rate it. I was just like, after 2 minutes, I was like, I'm probably gonna want to skip it. So.
Yeah,
it wasn't my thing.
It was a little too happy, a little like too emotional.
Yeah, emotionally happy. It was just weird.
Yeah, we thought exactly we wouldn't be banging with that.
Oh, no.
The video was cool. I thought SonReal would be in it, but they're in Sydney and SonReal's in Vancouver, so or LA. I don't know where he lives now, but video was well put together. Bliss N Eso shit's always good, but it's not my jam really. What do you think, Nash?
I 100% agree. Yeah, it was still cool. Like it was honestly some of the other songs haven't been slapping for me. So this one was better than other ones, but still, has that kind of forced thing to it. But it's still overall a good product and a good video and shit. So
yeah, it's definitely cool. I always love it. Like Bliss again is in the tank top showing off the guns because he just got massive. So it's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect it, bro. When I first started working out and I was stop being a skinny little bitch, I was rocking so heavy. I was any opportunity to get the guns out, I was all about it.
Just fly him.
Man, I'm here for
around the room.
Yeah, he looks better than I ever did. He did well. Particularly, he's got to be like my age too. They're gonna be late 30s. So
it's a lot of hard work,
mate. Oh, fucking earth it is. Next up is Headie One and RV back to back. This is a Daniel one. I did not check this one.
I thought it was amazing. It was sick.
Is it off the album?
No. It's
Amazing
music.
how? Break it down. Amazing
Tell us
why.
why.
I thought the beat was fire.
Yeah, amazing instrumental. Headie One just doing his usual thing where he's just so sick. Like, I love Headie One. He's honestly the greatest.
It makes me smile and laugh.
He's so sick. He's like one of my favorite.
He does make me
UK
smile
artists.
because he's ridiculous, and I can't take him seriously
so
in any
ridiculous.
shape or form.
It's funny because
I'm not mad at him.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
an interesting
no,
thing.
he doesn't do stuff which will make you think, "Oh, I hate this guy," or he doesn't rap about stuff where it's like, "Oh, yeah, you're cancelled." He's just he raps about his life, and the way he says shit is so. It's just different because he does does the drill sort of actual rap. He does actual rappity rap, and then he does start singing randomly and starts making random noises, and it's just like
random noises.
It's just like the best thing my ears have ever heard from the UK. Honestly, it's so sick.
Wow.
2020 MVP for Dan. What do we know next week?
He's so sick. And he just did his usual thing. And RV is sick. It's like
Rapper or singer?
He's a rapper.
Okay.
So he's like an actual
feature artist at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like an actual like drill artist, like fully
like stabbing,
talk about
well-hard.
He's well-hard, mate. Like he's literally that's all he raps about: stabbing, drug dealing, probably some girls, like
casual Sunday,
just casual Sunday stuff, stuff I'd probably do. But it's like
after this,
probably after this, I'm gonna be a bit late. But it was sick, and I liked how they genuinely went back to back with it.
All right,
I loved it.
No, did you have any thoughts?
I didn't love it as much as Dan over there, mate. But it was okay. Fuck, I'm not too hip to the old Headie One. The RV dude was alright, but yeah, it was overall like a 2.5 or a 2.75 for me out of 5.
Okay,
but it was alright.
He'll take it.
Don't want to get too much into it. It was alright.
Yeah. All right. I already know where you're going. All right. Speaking of 2.5s, Kid Cudi, Man of the Moon 3, dropped. This was the one the Cudi Hive about that life.
All over my Twitter and everything. Though.
Yeah. So I listened to that today.
Yeah, I skipped to it.
Yeah, it's sad boy emo stuff. No, I don't know why I listened to the whole thing.
Couple good songs.
There's a couple joints in there,
but then fall short.
It's exactly what I thought it would be. It sounds no different than anything else I've ever heard from him ever in any shape or form. The best part was a couple songs gave me, reminded me of some of the work he'd recently done with Kanye, which I enjoyed, and I was like, oh. Okay, so I'm seeing a touch of that, but then he has
There's moments. There's definitely moments.
Exact, just a few moments, parts of certain songs that I don't specifically recall. Mm-hmm. Some of the hooks were kind of cool. Beats were typically pretty cool. It's just the way he approaches them. It's his thing. So for Cudi, I feel like you either if you're depressed, emo. I think they call themselves sad boys. There was one song that actually said that in the hook, so I think it might have even been called that.
It's probably a thing. I think I've heard of sad boys.
It's not really encouraging, is it?
I mean, I guess if you think of it from if you're a bit depressed and you're not feeling, you're just one of those people who are just all perpetually sad or going through some shit. People who fuck with Cudi, he saved their life. I feel like he stopped a lot of people from killing themselves, type of shit.
That's the best part.
So for that reason alone, I can't hate on it, bro. It's not my thing. I don't like it. I'm never going to listen to it again. But if you fuck with it, if you if you've ever heard his music and you like it, then you dig it. If you don't like it, typically we don't, there's pretty much no chance you'll enjoy this project. That's the best way.
That's the cold hard fucking.
That's just the truth.
He's very divisive, so there's no point because our opinions. If we all don't like him, we're just going to say it's trash. But then there's going to be some because it's not objectively bad music.
I wouldn't say it's trash. Exactly, it's not bad. It's just not
for us.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was playing it, and Tiff was like, "What is this?" I was like, Cudi. She's like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, some of the beats are like, what the fuck? And then the lyrics are even like, oh.
Yeah, it's not, there's a lot of, I was about to say poorly written. It's just amateurly written stuff. And to me, it doesn't flow nice. But maybe that's just his shit. He's not a rapper necessarily. He's kind of this weird singing middle ground thing. And whatever, good for him. He seems happy. I think he's been through some shit. More power to him.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. It's not. It's not just the stuff is bad. It's just I just don't want to listen to his sound.
Yeah.
Apart from the one song with Skepta and
that was cool. I thought Proximity had a verse, but it was just
it was just the chorus, which was it was cool.
It sounded cool in it.
He's quite cool in it. So yeah. Apart from that song, I probably if I had to listen to it again, I'd skip through all the songs apart from that. I'll probably just download that one from the album.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
Put down the phone, chuck on shuffle, boom, boom, bam.
Yeah. No hate there.
Okay. Well, to completely flip it around, Jack Harlow's debut, I believe this is his proper debut album, That's What They All Say, dropped. This was fantastic. I really like Jack. One of the things that stuck out to me immediately, I probably should have got the quote, but he said some shit, and no, this is for you, and this is why I've always fucked with Jack since I first heard Fonte. I think I said Fonte retweeted the video for Sundown.
That's the best
like 3, ever. Right? Exactly. So I saw Fonte do it, and it was a song called Sundown off his first project like 3 years ago maybe. And I was like, who is this kid? Jesus Christ, the flow is insane. Like, and I've kind of been following him ever since. He's definitely gone on that more mainstream sort of vibe. But the intro track said some shit. He was like, oh, like for people who, were trying to say this shit happened overnight. We were touring with just a bunch of us in a van, and we'd end up at these venues where there was like 8 people, watching. And he goes, that type of shit builds character. And he said it in much nicer, rapidy rap way. But it was so dope to me that he said that, because that's something that you and I, it's not about pay your dues, bro, but it's like you need to have gone through some shit. Like Weeknd's first show ever was at a Mud Club, and his second one was where I saw him at a fucking OVO Fest. Like Drake had a whole bunch of like shit. His main shows he was reading off. Like all these people, they get like launched into it and they have to figure it out live. I really feel like the character that it built, like you and I have played so many terrible shows. I would say shows, 80, during Blizzards, 85.
With 2 cunts.
Bro,
500 cunts.
Exactly. We've done everything. We've done some amazing ones. We've done some mostly shit. I would probably say 80% shit shows, unfortunately. And that's what it's like in the come up as an artist. It's really hard unless you are doing, like we're doing sort of what was considered like underground hip hop too. So it was a little more niche, and it wasn't something where you get automatically put into.
And it was way before it was more as popular as it is now.
For sure. So it was just. Did you find the bar? Is it there?
I'm looking for it now.
Oh, it was like. It's on the whatever the first song of the album.
Rendezvous. Yeah,
was that all?
I'm looking at the first one now.
Okay. Okay, keep. Oh, maybe it was the second song. Shit, maybe it was the second song. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Kills me when they act like this was overnight. Like we didn't do a tour in a tiny van, 8 deep at the show. It might be 8 fans. That builds character. Something y'all could probably use more of. I love that. See, that's so important. So yeah, I feel like that's what happened. We've had times when there's nobody there, and you've got to try and get those 3 people there fucking amped. Or sometimes you're playing to almost just the bartenders, like, and you've just got to come through, or you like whatever mood you're in, whatever, you have to just do it. And you're not being adored, you're not being paid, you're not getting fucking drink tickets sometimes. Like, it's tough, and a lot of people don't want to do that, and that's the problem, because it was before, when we were coming up, it was before you could just. Like, if you're going to record an album, like, okay, what are you going to do with it? Where are you going to put it? There was no SoundCloud. There was no fucking YouTube. There was no DSPs. It was like,
you had to go rock it live.
You had to go play it live and tour, or you had to go press it up and go to each individual store by themselves, each store, and try and sell the CDs to them, or at least put it there on consignment, or then go shop it to labels, and I wouldn't even know where to start back then. So it was like a whole different thing, and people, like a different world. It makes everyone so, the new artists anyway, a lot of them are so, like, they don't know any different. And they're just, like, they don't want to put the work in because it should just happen. There's some people who just put out a song and they happen to pop. And then that's it. And they just think that's what happens. You put out music and it just goes. So I don't know. I like that he said that, and I like that he has a story. And he's only your age too. He's only 22. Which you were saying, I was very surprised that was the case. So anyway, I was very impressed. This whole album, top to bottom, is varied. Beats are pretty sick. The raps are always consistent all the way through. A little bit on the fuckboy tip, which is his thing. He's 22 years old. He's got money. Like, what the fuck do you expect? But at least it's quality, and he can rap well, and he always raps well. So
big features as well.
Love that.
Big features. Yeah, you got Big Sean on there. You got Chris Brown. Little Baby on there.
Adam Levine. Bryson Tiller, Static Major. And then he has the What's Poppin' remix with Lil Wayne, Tory Lanez, and DaBaby.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man. It's an inspiring story. He seems like a good kid. I feel like he hasn't really done anything problematic. I feel like overall he's a good dude.
He just seems cool, yeah.
That's a good start.
Yeah, man, I'm happy for him. I really hope he keeps going.
To run that a few more times. Yeah, I couldn't find all the tunes, so yeah, I've just heard like the main singles and a fan of his previous shits. But yes,
okay, definitely worth it.
Love that review.
Yeah, it's super solid. I think you'll really appreciate it because it hit me in ways that all the shit that I appreciate about it, you would definitely fuck with because it's relatable for us.
Yep, love it.
So that one's cool. Next up was a song. This was weird though. I didn't listen to
weird.
it. Yeah, I feel like I didn't even want to talk
Very
about
weird.
it.
Nah, because
Should we just skip it?
Cause like the dude's like full ripping off.
And he wasn't even on the song. It was supposed to be
exactly,
with Nipsey.
like a snippet in the hook.
Yeah, and I thought it was
wasn't
going to be a
even-
verse.
nah, skip
so
it.
we shouldn't
Fuck
even
that.
say his name. Fuck that guy. Russ did a song called "Hard for Me." Pause.
Yeah, that was whack. Pause.
Yeah, it was one of the sing-songy girl songs.
Sing-song, yeah. It wasn't that
Yeah,
bad.
man, I still
It
fucked
was-
with Russ, but that wasn't really the one.
Yeah.
That wasn't the one.
That was definitely one of his throwaways. Just chuck her out, see what sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
He
I'm
throws
mad
a
at
lot
him.
of shit at the wall, but that
That's how
one
he blew
didn't
up.
even reach the wall for me.
No, well now he's independent. He just puts out music every week and gets all the money from it. So like, he's good.
Good on him.
Fuck yeah, good on him. It's great. Her dropped a song called "Hold Us Together." I think it was from like a movie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Disney movie,
Disney
man.
movie, yeah.
This one was like super soft, limp dick, fucking.
Mhm.
Wasn't really on brand for her. Eh?
No, not
No.
at all.
Okay, so let's
Not
not
at
talk about it.
Wasn't that good?
Yeah,
Ari Lennox song called "Grounded," new single.
It's quite
yeah,
good.
went for a
Yeah.
minute 29.
So,
yeah, it looked too short.
Too
What-
short.
What the fuck?
Way too
What
short.
the hell?
She's had a time recently. I feel like she's like just up and down. She's just
She's moved
Yeah.
to a
going
new
kind of
house.
wild
She's
now.
got a bed and a plant. That's all she's got.
Okay, I feel like she's
From
going
what
through.
I've seen, she's just chilling.
How old is she? Is she like?
I don't know.
Because I feel like she's behaving like
Late
someone.
20s, mid 20s.
She's 29.
She's 29. Interesting.
There you go.
I just feel like she's a little more. She seems unpredictable, a little emotionally unstable with things that she's been saying on Twitter. People getting mad at her. She's been like
Oh yeah.
and going and then deleting her account and doing this stuff. I felt like that's happened like 3 or 4 times. And she just comes across as somebody who's kind of maybe like hadn't had her shit together, but she's like super talented. And then she kind of got put on and probably happened too quick for her or something. And then she struggled a little bit, but she seems cool as fuck. Voice is awesome.
Oh, she's
You know?
the fucking best, yeah.
Hmm.
But that song
Yeah.
was just very weird, super short, still cool, but like
Hopefully, it means that there's a
Yeah.
Album coming soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Till
It
we
was,
won.
it was good. Just
Yeah.
way too short.
Yeah. Next is James Blake did an EP called Covers. I actually missed this one. I know Dan checked it. No, she
skip
checked
through
that.
it. It was way
Yeah,
too slow and
yeah,
weird.
Yeah.
way too slow. Every single
Okay.
song started with a slow piano. And I was
Okay.
like, I just
Yeah.
can't. Every single song, I was just like, just
So I was
just
gonna
this
sleep.
again.
I
was like,
it's
come
like
on,
the same
man.
shit. Really?
You really?
Jim?
Like, honestly, I don't know. He had
It's
a
hard to
good,
even tell what songs he was covering.
yeah, really. Like,
Ah,
I
okay.
had no clue. The only
Because if you didn't know the song name, you'd be like, oh, okay, wait. And you try to like,
Because he does
get
it
a
in
little
his
faster
way.
groove. It's
Yeah.
fucking like falling asleep.
Okay.
yeah,
It's about
So,
to slit his
I don't
wrist. Sad.
yeah, literally.
All right. Too much sad shit this week. Man.
So
Fuck.
sad.
It's Christmas
no,
almost,
fuck
guys.
on,
Come on, step it up.
Then your boy's up next.
Yeah, my boy, fuck it. Chance the Rapper dropped a single called "The Return," where he did the broken language flow. Did you notice
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
You know, Broken
No.
Language is a song from 1995. Smooth the Hustler and Trigger
Smooth
the
the
Gambler
Hustler.
brothers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
And they have like the whole like the something the like the and they do the I don't know what's a bar from it. The slick 100. Fuck, why can I
It's
never
all-
think of
it's
anything
all
on a
naughty
podcast?
stuff.
Yeah. The track maneuver, the box barrier, the off the dome rapper,
Oh,
the C74
okay.
ox carry, that shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, true,
like
true.
always the. So he did that flow. I didn't know, and it was called The Return. So I thought it might have been about something, but I don't know.
Honestly,
what it
compared
was.
to what
It was
usually
just-
comes up with Chance and like his album is
It
like
wasn't
this
horrible.
one was okay. I didn't mind this one. The video was a little weird, but
Oh,
like
it was video. Oh, fuck that.
raps were cool. I don't think it was wrong. I
Was it
didn't-
video
like,
cartoon? Because the cover of the thing had like a weird cartoon on it or something.
No, he's like in his house, just like a bunch of slow moving shots. He's like standing behind a fucking tree and shit.
Okay, so like a
Just,
COVID video,
outside in his
COVID-friendly.
bushes.
Okay.
Weird, but
Oh,
no, the
Chance
song was
Solo.
cool. It was cool. I didn't hate it at all. So
All right.
Yeah, I
Alright, with
didn't
that one.
hate it until the end. And he starts doing some weird singing shit at the end. And I was just like,
yeah,
I was like, you literally ruined it.
Some
I was-
screwed chops.
yeah.
thing.
I was like, you literally ruined it. You had your one chance to redeem yourself.
Yeah,
And you just
fucked-
trashed
You
it.
fucked it.
Do you know what's I thought it was
So-
interesting
it's just so
timing.
weird
Yeah, this
looking
is
as
weird
well.
notes actually. This is strange. Do you got a fun fact on the video? There was the dark side of Chance the Rapper. That hat with the 3 on it. That hat was Pat, the manager's idea, and it was supposed to be New Era was going to sell them, and they just took a royalty. Where Pat negotiated a deal for them to be able to buy the hats wholesale, and because they got so many of them, it ended up costing them like $6 a hat, and they sell them for like $50. So they made so much money, and it was the biggest selling non-sports team hat that New Era has ever done.
Wow.
And Pat, the manager, negotiated that deal. So
That's fucking crazy.
the guy who did this Dark Side video thing was like, I really hope that he negotiated an ownership in the company, like him, because basically there was different companies that he's suing. Because there's Chance the Rapper, the human being, then there's like the touring company, then there's the merch company and stuff. And I don't believe that Pat had ownership in any of those companies, which if he started them with Chance, he should have had ownership in them. And then it wouldn't have even really mattered if he stopped being his manager, because he'd still get all the cuts from all of that stuff. So anyway, fun fact.
Fucking crazy, dude.
So that's enough about Chance.
True.
This is someone I've been a huge fan of forever. Joss Stone did a new song called "Walk With Me."
Walk with me.
It was cool, but I like her
slow.
overall. Yeah, a little slow. I want to hear her do that nice, as they call it, blue-eyed soul shit.
Yeah, she gets her signature voice. She gets her she starts like letting the pipes go, and she hits that little.
She sounds the same, eh?
Yelly. It's like not yelling, but like she gets that. She starts putting some stank on it. She hits her little signature sound. There was very minimal pokes of that coming through.
Yeah, which is
sang.
Yeah, I feel like the only good thing about it with it could mean that there's more coming. That's a good thing. When you hear a single as opposed to like an album, it could mean, there's an album coming. Did you check that one?
Yeah, I thought it was quite good.
Did you know who she was?
No.
Okay. She's one of your mates.
Oh, really?
Don't know where she's from specifically, but
one of your mates. That's a good one.
One of your mates.
Yeah, I don't know. She might. I just imagine everyone's from London.
Countrymen.
Yeah, I'd say mates. How old is she too?
She's 33.
She's only 33.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, do you know why? I bought her first album here in Toronto in 2004 when I lived here. That was her first song when she did the shit with Questlove, the Fell in Love with a Boy. That joint. Yeah.
Big tune.
It was slapper. And it was cool because I was like, yo, who's this little white girl fucking with Questlove on the drums? So she must have been like 19 or something then. Actually, hang on, she's 33 and that was 16 years ago. That means she must have been underage. Oh my god, she was a child.
17.
That's insane. 17. I can't add. Of course it's 17. Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
So what, the Mind, Body and Soul?
The first project. Yep. And it was basically mostly
2004.
covers. Yeah, 2004.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then My Body Soul was the second album, I think. The first one was the Soul Sessions.
Yeah, 2001.
Was it? I just remember. Okay. Oh, that's when the beginning. Maybe that's when it started, but the album might have dropped.
Fucking hell.
03, 04. I just remember being at Canada's Wonderland, and they were playing it on the video.
Having a good old time.
Yeah, Scotty forced me to go on fucking roller coasters.
Oh, it's a good time.
That was not a good time.
The old
I
Wonderland.
hate roller coasters. I
hate
fucking
not anymore, but it was a good time once.
Would you do it again? Roller coaster.
Well, I've done the whole park once, and I went a second time and just got drunk there. But now, man, I don't want the rides to have the close over the top because I get claustrophobic, and usually they close too many clicks towards your chest, and cunts can't breathe, and I have panic attacks and shit. So if it locks at the hip, then sweet, send it down the hill. I'm not fucking scared of like going down or fast. Like it's fine. It's just the way they restrain you in these fucking things that trip me out or have been scary in the past. Like they're not exactly in danger to me, but they squish you so much that you can't fucking breathe. And that was like, there was one at the Melbourne show that you remember that shit.
I remember when you and Vicky went on the thing.
That was fucking terrifying.
Because she's crazy.
That was fucking, that ride was intense. There was like a 4.5 out of 5 on my crazy meter, but it locked me in so tight. I had such a crazy experience. But then the ones at Wonderland, I had 2 that were very tight. The rest of them were sweet. So mostly okay with it. But I got to be in the mood for it. I got to be fucking like,
let's go.
Got to be a couple beers in. Got to be fucking like, let's fucking go, cunt. Got to be like not stoned at all. Really
I was going to say it's a little total opposite.
Well, the first time I did Wonderland, I actually had red wine at 11 a.m. in the back of the car with everyone.
Nice.
And then had a couple of joints. We all had our joints down. So I definitely went in preloaded. It was actually quite the best strategy to enter
Probably
Wonderland.
You get trash. You're like, all right, let's go.
I don't want to condone that, but it really helped me.
You're a nutter. I guess that makes sense.
But now, probably just sit in the car and have sandwiches.
Just not go at all. Just be like, yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm gonna be right here. Would you go? Would you do a roller coaster?
I don't bang to roller coasters at all. I don't want to be upside down. I just don't want to do it. I just simply don't see the attraction. Why would you want to be that high and upside down?
Agreed.
I just don't.
I've never understood
the
it.
The adrenaline rush from going from quite a height to going down, like even on a water slide, that's fun. I just don't want to be upside down. Like, I just can't.
Yeah, wallets falling out of your pocket, your phone. Like,
yeah,
fuck,
like how do they? Isn't that like? Surely the stats to prove like loads of belongings fall out of like people's pockets.
No, they make
shit.
you like empty your pockets. Like they put all your shit in small lockers and shit, and you get them at the end.
Yeah.
Or you have a cunt that doesn't go on the rides, and you give it to them so you can
that's
go
what
around
mum's
it.
for, mate. You're like,
They make you
no,
take
that's what
stuff out
I'm
of your
for.
pockets. I'm
I'll
sure
be
they
mum.
find lots of stuff, but
Yeah.
they make you, take your shit out.
Fuck
It's
really
scary,
does.
dude. You have to be in the mood for that. You really got to fire up, have some Red Bulls, fucking Jaeger bombs and shit.
I don't know about that, because
It's a
just
whole
gets your
thing.
heart pumping.
The older you get, the harder it is, unless you're about that fucking life.
My dad liked it. My dad
People
always
do it.
wanted me and my brother to go on it, but we were like, no. Like, we just doesn't. I can't fathom it. I literally can't in my head. Understand why anyone would want that.
I think it's people like adrenaline.
Yeah, a bit too much.
Yeah. Sorry, there's a bit of a. We keep doing tangents. I love it.
Oh, it's what we do.
Yeah, so about that. What else can we talk about? There we go. Jay
We're
Prince.
drinking weed. We're all smoking weed.
We're drinking weed right now.
Drinking.
2020 drinking weed.
That's how we get down. Jay Prince Soul Volume 3, the third little EP. Was, when I say little, because it's actually little, it was like three songs.
Yeah.
This is probably the best one so far, because the last one was
Great.
kind of strange.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool, back to a bit more his usual style.
There was one song that was weird, but it came around.
Yeah.
And then the other two were like, ooh,
Yeah.
okay, sweet. Bangs with that.
Good for him. I like it. I don't really have much else to say. It was
good. Back on his normal stuff.
Just good, Do
Definitely
the
worth
dishes to
checking.
it, smash to it, smoke to it, whatever you want.
All the above. The
Whatever
dishes
you
sound the
want.
best.
Versatile.
I'm not gonna lie, the dishes sound the best still.
Yeah, I mean, domesticated.
Love the dishes. Next, Haviah Mighty dropped a single called Occasion. It was cool.
I don't know if I liked it.
Like,
Trippy, your friend.
it was a little, like, it's something about the way that she does stuff. It's a little, like, on that pop, like, borderline, corny type of stuff. But her album had a few
very
of those
aggressive, very
tendencies
trappy
too.
still.
Yeah, I guess it's just the vibe that she's gone in, but she's talented. So, good for her.
That was cool.
Don't have any other thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know, it wasn't my thing.
Yeah, I think like it was definitely more on that sort of poppier type of vibe. But maybe when she raps, she does well. Now this one, I don't even know if it came out this week, but I just saw it. So this dude Terrace Martin,
yeah,
that
was cool.
It was really cool.
Again, they had a couple of weird songs, but mostly bangs with that
cool.
one. That was cool, funky,
really
soulful, slapped.
He's a producer, I believe. He's down with like TDE or something like that. I got to look more into what he does, but I've heard a bunch about
I definitely heard that in the name from Kendrick before. And
that's
also Ali, because I follow him on everywhere. And that's fucking. This was cool, man. Like a couple weird songs, but mostly dope.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check for it now afterwards. You agree with that?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, there was I've seen pictures of this guy before.
Yeah.
There was one song which was just straight like instrumental. It was kind of like jazz. It was so weird. It was
Yeah,
like
when I hear his name, I think of a jazz dude. So is the album, is it jazzy?
No, it's like R&B, some sort of
like soulful type.
Some soulful. There's some like rap and like it's a mix of a lot of stuff. But I thought it was really good. Like it's one of my favorites from this list, definitely.
Okay, now I'm kind of pissed I didn't do it. It's okay because that's what the rest of the week
That's what we're
is
here for.
Next, I forgot about this one. Massari, Toronto's finest, did a song with someone named Ali Gatie called "I See the Dream." I only put it down just because I like Massari. He's dope. Did anyone catch that one?
Yeah, it was okay. I don't know. Not really.
It's weird. He's like an Arabic from Toronto.
Somehow missed this one. I just didn't.
Same.
It wasn't.
You have no context on who he is, so therefore you're just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, essentially.
If you heard, there was an album. I remember when I used to work at ANZ back at the bank in Australia. This colleague put me onto him, and at first it just reminded me of just sort of like that real overly produced, like what I would consider.
Tell me who the colleague is. I'm excited.
Girl R&B music type of thing that like most dudes would listen to at that time. It was like 05, I would imagine, maybe 06. So it was sort of like that type of stuff, like real every single song's girl stuff or like a little clubby. And then
I did check this.
Oh, you did?
Dude,
okay.
I literally skipped into it. Nah, bad. Boo.
It's not good?
Oh, we can... No. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't...
Maybe it's just he had his moment. There's the one album that was great.
Good
and
message.
Everything else was
It just
terrible.
it was corny and
it was
of corny to me.
What it reminded me of was, you know, the guy that beefed you, but now he's a big country singer. And he gave it up. But that's what it reminded me of. Like,
Aladdin will be proud of me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a whole other story. I'd love to tell that one day. I don't know if I should, but
but that's what it
I
reminded
played
me
the song to Dan. That's why he knows who it is.
Oh,
And then
that's
I showed
amazing.
him who that guy turned out to be. So that guy turned out to be a country singer who has like significant volumes of plays now. I'll tell you all about it another time. I don't like being vague, but yeah, just don't know because it's like
I was
kind of
confused by that one.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so it reminds you of that type of corniness. All right. So that's a big level corny. Okay, I understand. I'll check it afterwards. Next, I actually only got halfway through this next one. This was something. This is his 4th album this year. Boldy James did an album with someone called Real Bad Man, and the album Real Bad Boldy makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who Real Bad Man is. I imagine he's a producer. And Boldy James, I love him because he's 38, and this is his first year of really doing well. You know, shouts to MCs who aren't in their early 20s.
There you go.
I got about halfway through. I just ran out of time, but I enjoyed what I heard. I'm going to listen to the rest.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was like rappity rap. Like it was.
Yeah,
it was
super
pretty
rappity rap. Yeah, kind of like grimy, not quite as grimy because I don't think it's drug dealing music like Griselda, but it's like that type of
it's that type
approach.
Yeah,
because he did a project with Alchemist and stuff, so it's really like on that side.
It's cool. It was cool.
Did you hear that one, Dash?
No, sir.
No, definitely worth it for next time for sure.
Oh, he is a producer.
He's a producer? Okay, that makes sense. Next up, Jah Cure. He did another one, Stop the Rain. I think this wasn't as good as the one we did last week.
I liked it.
But it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. Was it? I would say it's not as good as the one from last. I think it was last week.
Was the last week really slow?
No, the last one was like real. Like if you think Jah Cure, that's exactly what it was.
Oh, okay.
This was soulful, sort of like
that's
still
soulful.
super fire though. Like I mean,
what genre is this? What would you call it? Is it like pop dancehall, pop reggae? Because it's like poppy. It's not roots or anything.
Yeah, it's not. It's in a weird space where it's not reggae or dancehall.
Okay,
but it's Jamaican. So
yeah, that's what he's actually from Jamaica, right?
I would assume.
Like he's a proper Jamaican artist. I wasn't sure if he was like a North American trying to do the style or something.
He's from.
It seemed authentic.
Jamaica.
He's from Jamaica.
And on Google it says reggae. That's what they put it down as.
I mean, I guess I could see the argument that it's reggae. It's just a little too poppy for that. Like,
yeah.
But then is it like? I was gonna compare it to some of like, you know how like it's older school, but like Barris Hammond stuff. Shouts to the God. Like
it's super poppy, man. Like there's
no
way that can't be pop reggae. Like, it's all auto tuned up. It sounds polished like a pop
auto
track.
tuned. That's what it is. You're right. That's why it reminded me of like some of I don't know Popcorn or something like that.
It's a good tune. Like he's got and like even the artwork. Like he's got his fucking I don't know. He's got his locks all nice. Got a nice shirt on. He's smoothing it up. It looks like polished.
I like this cat. He's super dope.
It's cool.
Yeah.
He reminds me of
the Chucky Davis, like that type of. Okay. Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. But I wouldn't consider that as straight reggae because I think that sound is so different to Bob Marley.
What would you call that?
I don't know.
Is it just like pop reggae or something?
Yeah,
because it's like a derivative. It's not like a whole new thing. It's just like a specific version of that kind of thing.
They put down Chuckademus and Pliers Tease Me as the dancehall pop.
Dancehall pop? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because maybe because it's the subject matter or something. Maybe because it's a little faster. It stops it being roots type of reggae type shit.
It's
Interesting. All right. Cool. I fuck with it. Real quick note, just in case I'm going to change the battery in the camera. I'll just really quickly take the thumbnail. We're almost done anyway. I just want to get it now, so I don't have to forget about it later. I'll hold Dan's up as well, so we're getting two bunch of loves. All right, you ready? Get that in your dick hole.
There it is, mate.
Nearly done, ladies and gentlemen. We have next up is French the Kid, Daily Duppy. I neglected to check this one too, but Sean, shouts to Sean. Pass me that one.
I liked it. It was really good.
Okay.
This is like the first thing I've seen of French where it's like it was actually sick. Like
it's
actually
like
so
cool.
I like thinking stuff is cool, and
I watched
interesting.
Most of it.
Yeah, he's cool. He did like a part 1 and a part 2 in this video. And it was very
raps in French too.
Yeah, raps in French. Like
that's right. Yeah,
he did like a huge segment in French. It was sick. And he rhymes some of the French words with English words.
I like that.
Which is
because
cool.
it makes it way easier.
Cool.
Yeah.
Way more.
Auto-tune hook shit was whack though.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about him. He's a good rapper, but I just don't see why he needs to do the auto-tune. Don't need to do that.
Doesn't fit the character of his. He seems too prim and proper. And he's wearing all tracksuits, trying to be a lad
but
and stuff.
That's a big thing in UK though. They do that where you look like you're bad, but then you're doing auto-tune sort of rap. Yeah,
it's very specific to the UK because that's the shit that makes it hard for everyone else to relate to it.
Yeah,
because I'm like, I don't believe you.
Yeah,
like
that kind of like spilled into Australia, like all the lad rap.
Oh my god,
sort of cunts, didn't it?
Right? And there's you're 100% correct. And then now there's Aussie drill that Sean had sent me before, and it's like dudes from Sydney who are like they seem to be like Islander cats. That are doing, wearing the bum bags across their thing and doing not cursor rap, but like the UK and Aussie. Mans. Yeah, it's the same concept. It's basically. I'm just gonna swap out this camera. I couldn't be fucked changing the battery. Yeah, look, I'm just frozen. Hey. It's the same concept as like the lad rap stuff, but just with they just do more drill stuff, and then but they also have the lad rap doesn't have the money, so these are the Aussie dudes trying to do drill because they have the cars and the women and the chains and blah blah blah. So it's it's this weird kind of
very Sydney.
Super, I don't know if that. Yeah, shouts to Sydney, but like, those people.
Shouts to Sydney, but like, sure.
Yeah, different stuff. And the last song we have here is I also missed this one. Tobe, I don't know how to say it.
Nwigwe? Yeah.
Purple Rain thing featuring Lil Kiki. Did anybody check that?
Yeah, I put this up. This is a crazy tune. Like, I like what he's doing. Like, we've talked about him a few weeks in a row. This is no different. This is a very strong song, strong video and everything. Purple Rain thing, like, is this? I don't know. It was cool. Super dynamic.
It was different.
Really, like, lots of distortion, like lots of things going on. Like, I had to like watch this one. It's like, oh shit, there's lots going on. Orally and visually. So yeah, it was like a whole experience. It was pretty cool. A little weird. He's playing on the Prince thing.
Yeah.
The Purple Rain thing. Like, it kind of seemed like, he was downplaying that a little bit, but should have been Purple Rain Thang, perhaps. But anyway, it was dope. Like, fuck, he's a strong artist. Like, everything he's put out lately has been like with an exclamation point. It's definitely something to look at. It's just like pure art because like all the backup dances and shit. He's got his video clips kind of like remind me of Beyonce's visual album. He's got lots of dances in the background, very beautiful fucking sceneries and settings and sets for his shot. So this is pretty fucking. This is one of the highlights of the stack for this week for me. And it was a late edition because I think I put it on yesterday.
Okay, that's a really good point.
I think it came out yesterday actually because I happened to be online. I was mixing some shit and I just finished and I was like, I was sending you podcast stuff, and then it had 2,000 views and I clicked on it. I was like, oh shit, whatever, new one. Now it has like, I don't know. Let's have a look.
Enough.
Okay. It has 80k views.
80. Damn.
Nah, 80,000. So yeah. Anyway, not too bad. But someone's cool,
good
man.
For him.
Definitely worth a check.
I see what you mean. Dan's playing it here. I see what you mean. It's definitely like eclectic, and he's gone hard. He's done like 3 weeks in a row with new videos that are really like super cool and creative.
He always has printed visuals on his garments. Like they're actually like, in the one with Royce and Black Thought, they had pictures of them as little kids or iconic photos of them as
the thing.
Young artists or whatever.
Right.
And then in this one, he's got. I can't really pick it all out. There's like one image on his garment. It's very kind of Japanese dress as well. He's wearing sandals and shit.
Yeah.
They're in like a garden. It's fucking. Anyway, I wrote with it. It's really cool.
I like it. Hey man, I appreciate creativity. So, what was everyone's favorite shit this week? Would you say out of all that?
Oof.
I'd have to say the Jack Harlow album for me.
Yeah,
that's
same.
It was just the one thing aside from the other stuff I missed because it sounds like I got to definitely check. That okay. I feel like the Jack Harlow one is going to have replay value in the.
Yeah, that's like one you definitely download. Like it's really good.
Yeah,
that and the Headie One song.
Of course, no
of
question.
course. No question. You can't.
But everyone else chose a single. Do I choose a single? No, I don't really give enough of a fuck about.
Oh, and Kid Cudi with Skepta and Pop Smoke. That one song.
Obvi.
Apart from that,
Obvi.
Apart from that, the rest was decent. It wasn't bad at all.
Not a bad week to wrap up the year. Particularly, it's interesting people dropping music or bothering to go too hard. 2 weeks, whatever it is before Christmas. Like, it seems a little risky because who cares? And also, Christmas is new Music Friday too, so what's gonna happen?
Oh yeah, shit.
Drake
Released War on Christmas Day.
Did he?
The
Drake, though.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants, but I would like a lot of these people aren't big enough for that. Like, there's not many. Well, sorry, not like just this week. I'm saying like a superstar can do anything. Everyone else, there's a lot of big artists we talk about today, but I don't think anyone's big enough to be able to just drop something on Christmas Day that would actually have any sort of result of an impact.
Man's eating.
It's going to be interesting.
Fam and shit.
We'll definitely be talking about that in the New Year episode. But so that's basically it for tonight. Second last episode. So like I was saying earlier, next week, last one of 2020, we're going to do the wrap up. If there's any categories you'd like us to add in, we'll do it. But we'll add those. We'll figure that out this week. But if anyone wants to holler at any of us to give us some suggestions, we're definitely down. Speaking of that, where can people holler at you for end of year list ideas? Nosh Dog?
Holler at me at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. At Illnote Studios on Instagram and Facebook. illnotestudios.com. What about you, Dan?
Dan Johnson on Twitter and Instagram, and I've got a gaming thing on Instagram, HTFGXMING. So yeah, I post every week now. So yeah, check that out. Try and do every day.
Nice, is trippy. Yes, you can get me at CEEFOR on Twitter and Instagram. And guys, if you enjoyed this episode, mate, smash a thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell.
Ding.
So you know when the new episodes and new music drops. Follow us everywhere at The Movement Fam. And we are back every Monday except, next week is the last one, 8 p.m. Eastern. Then we'll take, I guess, whatever the next 2 weeks off. We'll come back the second week of January or whatever the fuck it is.
Something like that.
Second Monday or first Monday. I don't know. Something like that. And if you guys are enjoying it all, make sure, please, go. I don't know why I'm putting the thumbs up, but go do, what's it called? Subscribe. That's the button. Subscribe and follow for the podcast on wherever you listen to the podcast, preferably Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Yep, exactly. Just subscribe everywhere. Leave us a rating and review if you're digging it too. It helps a lot. There's obviously probably a shit ton of music podcasts, so any of that makes things better for us. That's basically it, y'all. We will see you next week for the last one of 2020. Stay safe. Wear a fucking mask, please.
Have a good one.
Behave
Wash
yourselves.
Your hands.
Exactly. Wash your hands. Don't spit on anybody.
Don't
Absolutely.
be a shit cunt.
Yep. Don't be a shit cunt.
Yeah, that should be our.
That's a new one.
Be our quote.
Yeah, we should end every episode with that. All right, don't be a shit cunt, please.
H.E.R.
Hey. Boom. Yeah, you see that? Yeah.
Get
Houseplant, holler at us.
Pipe and drinking stuff.
Yeah. Alright. Catch y'all. See words. Peace.